Season 3 finale. They said it couldn't be done. By God, we're here. Chris Denman live in St. Louis. It's Drinks with the Band, presented by Jack Daniels. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been an awesome season. COVID stuff, everything, schedules, touring, all that. We beat it, damn it. We made it to the end. We'll get to E.T. and some special guests before we talk to David Ramirez and hear some songs as well. Let's say thanks to our sponsors for making it possible on this season. Obviously, Jack Daniels makes this possible each season. It's been a heck of a run. The festival we could put together with the people we've had on is incredible. So big thanks to Jack Daniels. Dirty Sue coming in big. We're going to feature a cocktail cherry from Dirty Sue tonight. Love Dirty Sue. You need to support them. Go out to your liquor stores, your grocery stores. If they don't have it, ask them to get it. On God Arts Hotel, thank you so much. Snappy Bigman, coffee just for you. Music at the Intersection, that's in September. Gary Clark Jr., Erykah Badu headlining it. Thanks to them for helping us out, making this possible. And then thank you to Open Highway Music Festival as well. They just announced, I believe, Hayes Carl, who's been on this show, is going to be part of Open Highway this year. So thank you to everybody for supporting, and thank you for tuning in. We already got the YouTube chat popping. We got Facebook moving. Make sure to share that. Tell some people about it, and we'll break some news throughout the show. It's the Season 3 finale. Couldn't be the show without E.T. That's right. You can follow him on Instagram at SuperHype1. E.T., what's up, buddy? Live in Atlanta.
Hey, pal.
Great to see you.
Yeah, man, you too.
You've been out on the road. You've been touring. We're going to talk a bunch about that. You have a crazy prize to give away tonight. Yes. It's gonna be a wild one. So let's we've got David Ramirez. He's going to join us. He's in Austin, Texas. But you also have another guest. But first, let's get down to business. I got a Dirty Sue cherry begging to be in a drink. I got some Jack Daniels. What are we having tonight for the season finale of Season 3?
You know, I figured let's go crazy, right? So it's a drink I like to call the umbrella drink. Little known bar fact, Jack Daniels works great in tiki cocktails. So let's make one.
That's right, baby.
You ready to rock and roll?
I'm free pouring tonight. I know that's a surprise to you. Everything else is portioned out, but the whiskey shall be free poured.
All right, well, let's do about 1.5 ounces of Jack Daniels, old number 7, Tennessee whiskey.
And that's over ice, right? Oh,
there you go.
All right. A little
Good
more
work,
than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Okay. Moving along.
Now we're going to go 2 ounces of pineapple juice.
Oh, doctor. Keep rocking.
All right. So we're going to do 1 ounce of banana puree. If you don't have banana puree, coconut puree. If you don't have coconut, something tropical in the puree form. Also a 1/2 ounce of lime juice. I actually put them together since the banana puree is so hard to work with. Figured that would give me a little bit more flexibility.
Yeah, I love how flexible
My
you
trusty little mini spatula thing here.
Now, how much on the lime juice? I'm a big lime guy.
1/2 ounce, just a touch.
Beautiful.
Now we're going to go a couple dashes of Jack Daniels cocktail bitters.
Okay. I've got that in my
You've never
Coke.
seen them. They look like that.
They're beautiful. Those little bottles are popular. The people see that in the office fridge here at Midcoast Media, and they're like, what's going on here? It's in my Coke here.
Beautiful. So don't put the Coke in just yet. We're going to shake this up a little bit. Pre-Coke shake. We don't want to ruin all that yummy carbonation. So we're going to shake it up as is. You ready? Let's synchro shake. You know what I mean? It's a thing now.
Well, we're synchro shakers, as it's known.
It's on 3, 2, 1.
See the rhythm on my shake? I don't want to brag a lot, but end of the 3rd season, I finally got a decent shake.
I mean, you're nailing it. You really hit on all cylinders.
Yeah. First team Applebee's bar.
Hey, don't be fooled. That's something special happens over there.
Okay.
So now
I almost said when you're there, your family. That's not Applebee's.
Before you strain, we're going to add that Coca-Cola right into the tin, about 1.5 ounces. The reason we put it in there, so when we strain it, the whole drink will strain with the Coke, so all that great flavor won't just be on top.
Beautiful. Got it.
Now we'll take our tropical tiki glass, this little bamboo glass. Gonna fill it up with ice.
Now pay attention to ET. This is the part where you really, if you want to do a skilled version of this drink mix, you always go with the ET version.
So now we're just gonna strain right into that beautiful looking glass. Garnish with my dirty suit cherry on a monkey. It's a monkey holding a cherry. That's right.
That monkey likes to party.
It's hard at work. And what would an umbrella drink be without actual umbrella? You know what I mean?
Okay. Now you're just showing off. Now I use a little bit different of a puree. Yours is much prettier. I'm ready for this though. This is going to be delicious.
Yeah. Let's do this.
All right, man. Hey, third season.
Third season finale.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
To the finale, to David Ramirez. We did. I'm on a boat. Good Lord. You bring it. Thank you.
Delicious. You deserve that. You deserve that. You've worked hard for that.
I sure have, and so have you. And it is a season 3 finale, but you've been up to something. We had to take a weird break, and it just worked out. People's schedules, you wouldn't think musicians touring would be this hard to get on a show, but it is. You've been out touring, though, yourself, and I don't want to give all the glory to you. Tasting Notes, new project ET's working on. You might see Tasting Notes and Drinks with the Band do a little mashup this summer. Who knows? We'll see.
You never know. Crazier things have happened.
Who do you do Tasting Notes with? Give us a quick overview, and then we'll bring on our special guest.
So, people have been to wine tastings, spirits tastings, and the first couple you go to, it's awesome. But I started thinking, it's been years since people have been going to whiskey tastings. What could be done differently? So I started thinking about all the, using all your senses except for one, which is sound. And then I started thinking, I wonder if music has any impact, or sound has any impact on your palate. So I called my good friend Carlos Calvo, who plays and sings on the Dirty Sue song that opens the show.
Beautiful.
And he said, sounds like it should, but neither one of us were sure. So we started doing the Google, and turns out there's a lot of scientific evidence that music and sound affect your palate, but it wasn't that exciting to read about. So I didn't think people would like to hear about it, but they might dig the outcome. So Carlos and I spent about 8 months writing original music for each different style of Jack Daniels. So as you're at the tasting and you're experiencing Single Barrel or Sinatra Select or Old Number 7, we have music cues. And the project is called Tasting Notes, which is what you describe when you taste something, right? But with the music, you're tasting notes. Get it? See what we did there?
So maybe flesh that out a little more. I don't quite follow.
So anyway, we started this right before COVID, and then our tour got canceled. And, we've been back on the road. We've been to LA. We just did New Orleans. We're heading to Boston, then Vegas, and Portland. So we're back.
It's incredible. I'm so proud of you guys. And to celebrate, we decided the man himself, Carlos Calvo, jumping on. We got a bonus guest tonight. And usually he's wailing on the guitar, but we're not even going to ask him to perform tonight. Carlos, great to see you, brother.
Good to see you. Good to be
Cheers,
seen.
Carlos.
Chris, ET, how are you guys? Look at that.
Man, oh man. First question, how is ET's rider on the road? He looks like he's turned into a full-on rock star on every call and text.
Very high maintenance. We only get around town on large black Suburbans. That's one of the things he wants to keep the mystery going. Even how embarrassing it is to pull up to a dive bar in New Orleans in a large black Suburban. It's not a good look.
Well, especially with that Jack Daniels banner that ET makes him put on, right?
That's right. At least number 7 looks really good on the side of the door.
Hell yeah, brother.
You know, I am here. Like, you don't have to talk about me in front of my back. You know what I mean?
E.T., everybody. No, I'm so happy for you guys, and I'm so excited to hopefully commingle with this now that live shows appear to be back. Festivals are all kind of on, so we're working on a project, and I guess it would be season 4 of Drinks with the Band. It's going to be a little bit more reimagined. We started this show I couldn't believe we got to kick this off with E.T. and then Jack Daniels supporting, and our good friend Katie Tupin has been here along the way helping us get great bands in. She got David in here tonight, so quick shout out to Katie and congratulations to Katie on the Houston Space Center licensing her song Astronaut, which was first played on here, I believe. Huge thing. But it's exciting. We actually will get out, and I'm thinking more of a destination style, like, hey, let's go see some festivals. Let's do a little bit of a live element with E.T. on back-to-back nights, and maybe we'll do a little tasting notes, drinks the band love. So I'm excited about that. E.T. for tasting notes. Anything surprise you? You just won an award too, by the way. You're not getting out of here without talking about that.
Yeah. So that was kind of. I didn't know there was awards. Like, so we did a bourbon festival in New Orleans, and it's at night. And it's tons of different brands are there, sampling their wares to people that come in. But during the daytime, there was all these different seminars, and I had no idea you could win best seminar. And lo and behold, you can. And Carlos Calvo and I took best seminar with tasting notes.
Yeah, wow.
Carlos,
which wasn't awful.
Did you ever?
There wasn't an awards ceremony. There was no opportunity for somebody to come up on stage and slap us, but it was an incredibly pleasant surprise nonetheless.
The tour schedule's still young. You could still have it.
That's true.
There's plenty of time for slapping. No doubt.
Don't worry about that. Carlos, any? Go ahead, E.T.
Oh, I was just gonna say, to me, it's just so nice. Like, I literally met Carlos bartending. He was a regular at my bar, and for 15 years. And then we started working on a project in LA with Jack that he ended up becoming the house band for a project we did in LA. Then, he helped me do the Dirty Sue song, and now we're doing this. So, it's pretty crazy to me that, I've made a lot of great friends behind the bar. I met my wife behind the bar. I started Dirty Sue behind the bar. It's got this Jack gig behind the bar. So the bar owes me nothing. I will say that.
Well, cheers to that. And I don't want to keep Carlos too long. It looks like you get the beautiful LA sun beating in as well here in St. Louis.
Southern California is definitely 96 right here where I am, by the way.
Oh,
Cleveland right now.
96 in early April.
96F, or as my wife said, 96AF.
Yes, your wife nailed it. Before we bring David on, I wanted to keep Carlos up here. E.T., can we tell people the prizes tonight? So we'll give away a David Ramirez t-shirt, thanks to Jack Daniels. We'll purchase that from David's online store. You have a really serious prize tonight, E.T., one that Carlos can appreciate. We've actually given away a prize that has included Carlos in a guitar lesson before. I don't know about tonight, but what are we giving away, and how do they win it? We didn't even talk about this. This is on the spot.
We didn't. So we're giving away an electric Jack Daniels guitar, which is pretty badass. Kind of jealous. I want to win this prize. So so you could win a Jack Daniels guitar tonight if you answer the question the best or correct. I don't know what.
I think the best. That way it is truly our opinion. Yes.
Yeah, it really is our opinion. So, the Grammys just happened, right? Was that like 2 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I guess to win this prize, to give the Grammys some love, your favorite Grammy performance of all time, live on the show performance.
Wow.
Throw that in the chat.
All right. Get them in, and we're going to pick one. We'll do it before the end of the show. Season 3 finale, we're giving away Jack Daniels custom electric guitar. And then if you hit share or I just see a comment that I like, you'll get that David Ramirez t-shirt. So we're sporting David. And we appreciate everybody tuning in. Carlos Calvo, follow him on Instagram at the Carlos Calvo. And then whenever they come to your town to rock out tasting notes, make sure they get the best seminar award for whatever you're hiring them for.
Absolutely. Can I also say, I'm thinking that Sink Shake could be the rhythm track for our next tune, ET. That had serious groove, I gotta say. You guys.
So now we can bring Denman into our recording. We could be the sink shake shakers.
That's
Carlos Calvo and the sink shakers.
That band played alongside Captain so and so and the Shrimp Shack Shooters in that thing you do, I believe. Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters.
You know, Denman, we should really work on like a shake and maybe a dance routine with it, so we can really.
Little choreography would not hurt this whole thing, man.
Logan is doing the engineering tonight, but Key is usually here, and she's been a part of every one of these recently. And I think she could be our lead choreographer on another show that we do. It's actually that opens the show. Key and our other engineer Grace dance at the beginning of the show.
Interesting. Maybe we could bring Key on as our third sink shaker.
That would give her a lot of heat and a little too much ego around the office. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I don't work in the office, so it doesn't really.
So you don't care. Perfect.
I believe how much you're tortured.
Exactly. Logan, we have David. He's ready. Carlos, we're gonna cheers you, buddy. You're the man. Great guitar player. Congratulations on Tasting Notes. I'm so excited for you guys.
Carlos, love you, brother. See you in Boston.
Love you too, man. Yeah, see you very soon. Very soon. Right.
Don't forget that Monday is my birthday, so you can either mail it or bring the gift with you, whatever.
See? Chris, you see what I'm saying?
Yep, I get it. There he is. Look out.
This one is the musician, the humble one.
Right. You get him
because you have talent. I need to like force it in somehow.
Make sure there's 1,000 brown M&Ms on ET's cake. Okay.
Awesome, guys. Hopefully see you soon. Season 4. Can't wait. See what that brings, and talk soon.
Love
Cheers,
it.
guys.
Thank you, Carlos. Cheers, buddy. And we did get confirmation from Key. She will dance. ET. So season 3 finale. We've got to have a musical guest, right?
Not only do we have to have one, we have to have a great one. And from what I've heard, this gentleman is pretty fantastic.
Big fan. Like talking to him in the pre-show. His tech's solid. He's a very talented gentleman, and he's in Austin, Texas. It's David Ramirez, joining Drinks with the Band. What's up, brother? How are you?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes. We hear you great. I love that.
Lovely.
Austin, Texas. How was South by Southwest? Did you get up and play any?
I did a couple, which was nice to, get back to it. But halfway through the week, we hit the road. And we went on tour. Yeah.
That's awesome. I was curious. Obviously, had some friends down there. A bunch of people have been on the show, so I got to see a lot of cool updates and everything. But I was really interested just with things sort of opening back up, like how, one of the biggest festivals in the world was going to fare. Good time? Remind you of the old ones?
I had a ball. It actually didn't remind me of the old ones in a very positive way. It was what's the word I'm looking for? We could navigate it. It wasn't just pure chaos. And I think Austin really got its feet wet with opening up ACL again this last October. And so we were like, oh, okay, how do we navigate a whole bunch of people who don't live here roaming around our town again? And man, it was super. I mean, it got a little crazy, and people partied, but it wasn't South by that I remember pre-pandemic, where it was just like McDonald's stage with Lady Gaga and Spotify stage. It was like, oh, this is just our local venues and our local bars, hosting people from out of town like how it used to be 10, 15 years ago.
I like that. I like the vibe of that. Yeah, for sure. ET, I know we've got our drink. We've got our prizes to give away. Again, if you share the stream or if you leave a comment that David, myself, or ET likes, maybe you'll win a T-shirt from David's online store. And then the answer we're looking for to win an electric guitar from Jack Daniels. It cracks me up, the stuff you give away, ET. I love it. Just tell us your favorite Grammy performance of all time, and we're gonna pick the one we like the best. So that's how it works. Drinks with the Band. So leave that in the comments, and do me a favor, go follow David Ramirez on Instagram as well. David, we're gonna chat, but we brought you here because you got great tunes, man. Do you mind kicking us off with a new song or a song? Yeah,
let's do.
Take it away.
Yes,
David Ramirez, everybody.
I don't need a lover. I don't need a lover. I need a friend. With the world going under, there's power in numbers. Together we could win. I've opened the shutters, fully recovered, glory bound and hell bent. Yeah, I'm strong on my own, but I could do better if you would step in and help me up over the fence. Forget all the heart-shaped boxes filled with chocolates. I prefer a steady handshake from a heart made of oak, a homie with whom to roll, ride or die, whatever it takes. I don't need a romantic candlelit. Pull out my chair before I sit. Lover, I'm dying for all that to end. Won't you please just be my friend forever? I don't need a lover, I don't need a lover. Trust me, I'm spent. Each and every dollar, all I've acquired, no clue where it went. Broken single, ready to mingle, no longer bound by the bush yet. Yeah, I'm strong on my own, but I could do better if you would step in and help me up over the fence. Forget all the heart-shaped boxes filled with chocolates. I prefer a steady handshake from a heart made of oak, a homie with whom to roll, ride or die, whatever it takes. I don't need a romantic candlelit. Pull out my chair before I sit. Lover, I'm dying for all that to end. Won't you please just be my friend forever? Forever. Oh, forever. 'Cause I'm strong on my own, but I could do better if you would step in and help me up over the fence. Oh, no, 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 I don't need a lover. I don't need a lover, no. I need a friend. Thank you.
David Ramirez kicking things off for the season 3 finale, just the way we like it. That was fantastic. I would say,
It's great, man.
oh, now we good. We're good now. Okay, so I got a note.
Oh, I didn't have my guitar on. Was that coming through at all?
It picked up. The great thing is, whenever little things happen like this, you really get to
y'all
see
should've
like.
just interrupted me.
Oh no! Your voice is too good.
No.
You can't, that's the winning part, isn't it?
I
Et,
looked
we've
at
done a
him
bunch
like
of these.
my fucking
Well, no,
tuner's
it's
on.
what's
Okay.
cool, man. It happened to someone else too, and both of you are very lucky that you have really good voices because you're not hiding behind that guitar. Let me ask you
Well,
something.
that was
man.
an acapella version of my song "Friends Forever."
I mean, the guitar it came through your mic a little bit, so
You heard it
but
here first.
It tickled through.
Well,
right
you're a
on.
really good
We'll
songwriter,
correct
man.
that
How
next
did you
time.
when did you get started, like playing music and writing stuff?
My senior year in high school, I switched schools. I was a baseball player all growing up. And this new high school, I'm wandering around the cafeteria with my tray. Where am I going to sit? Who am I going to be friends with? And the the group of kids who waved me over were all theater and choir kids who all had their own garage bands, and they were all playing instruments, and that was really the start of it. But that was more like, okay, my homies are doing it, and this is really fun to be a part of it. And it wasn't until, a few years into college, just hanging out in the dorms and sharing ideas and life with people in close quarters, and that's when I really started kind of playing out more, open mics, which began with cover songs, but that didn't survive very long. I wanted to sing my own life, and I wanted to talk about me.
Who were you drawn to when you first started doing, like, what were the bands or the artists that you were covering to kind of get your start?
Oh, a lot of it was church music, but at that time, at that age. But then, I get teased a lot for this, but most of it was Dave Matthews.
How many records has that guy sold? I mean, what are you gonna? What are you gonna?
Billion fans can't be wrong, right?
Oh no, I don't disagree with y'all, but it's just really funny. I was telling that story to some new friends maybe a year ago, and we were kicking it here at my crib. And they're like, "Get the hell out of here. No way, Dave Matthews. You don't sound anything like him." I'm like, "Well, that was 20-something years ago."
Right.
I started writing. I said, however, I think that I can still probably play like 5 Dave tunes cover to cover, I think. And they're like, "No, you can't." And I ran upstairs. I grabbed my guitar. I came down. And by the 10th tune, they were like, "We get it. We get it." You know a lot of Dave Matthews, yeah.
Where did you hone your craft in college?
That was in the small Christian private school in Dallas called Dallas Baptist University.
Nice. That's probably a good area. Dallas is probably a good spot to start, right?
I mean, it was okay. The university was just, again, it was small Christian private, so there wasn't a lot of culture there. But, I hit 21 and started going out into the city and Lower Greenville and Deep Ellum and started watching bands. And that was a huge influence for me, for sure, And then slowly started getting the courage to go out and, try to book a gig at one of these clubs in Deep Ellum or Lower Greenville. And, at that point, no one knew who I was. So I was getting like the midnight slot at a metal bar, sandwiched between like 6 metal bands, and I'm just, first off, a baby songwriter, but a baby songwriter on an acoustic guitar, in this like very loud, energetic crowd. So it was really fun and interesting to kind of be thrown in.
So what was your mindset, man, when you're like waiting to go on and some thrash metal band is screaming their hearts out right before you, and then you bring out your acoustic, like, what, you're like, fuck it, this is my thing, or were you nervous?
I think the fortunate thing of approaching that situation as a 19-year-old is you have all the ego in the world. Like, I'm gonna crush it. They're gonna be like, they're gonna rethink their love for metal, and they're gonna come over.
Their eyeliner's going to be streaming down their face by the end of it.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
for sure. But if I were walking into that situation today as a 38-year-old, I think I would be terrified and be like, "What am I doing out here? I'm out. I'll go book some coffee shop because this is ridiculous." Yeah.
No, that makes sense, man. Ignorance can be bliss in those situations when you're young.
Yeah,
you
no
just,
doubt.
but dude, you have a really cool voice. I was listening to you a lot today, and like you joke and your friends joke about Dave Matthews stuff. Like, you don't really sound like anyone, which, again, in a good way. Like, I'm not listening to your music like, oh, he's totally XYZ. Like, you have a really unique sound, which is hard to do these days. So good for you, man.
Well, thanks a lot. I think more often than not, every person will sound like an individual because all of our speaking voices are so different. But more often than not, people want to sound like so-and-so and this band because they find these people to be, they're heroes, or they look up to them in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know. I just sing like I talk, and I think that's the only thing I really have going for me. But I think that would apply to anyone who just got up there and started singing like they talk.
I love it.
Anyway, that's not to bat away your compliment. I do appreciate that, but that's just to encourage anyone who's listening to be like, I don't think my voice is unique. I firmly believe that everyone's voice can be really, really special, and don't sound like the other people on the radio. Just don't do it.
Oh, that's the best message ever, because you still might. You might still pick up a little of that. So your intentions being pure or driven from the right place, you'll feel a lot better at the end of the day, right?
Like I always say, it's better to be be yourself than be a photocopy of someone you think is cool. Like, it's never going to work out.
Agreed.
Like, what are you going to do, right? Like, what's your end game with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. If you all are just tuning in, we've got David Ramirez. If you want to follow him on Instagram, at David Ramirez. Got a couple songs left. We got a guitar to give away. Got some great submissions going down in the chat. If you haven't yet, let us know your favorite Grammy performance of all time. Towards the end of the show, we will pick a winner. And if you share the stream, leave a comment, do whatever you're going to do, you're also entered to win a David Ramirez t-shirt. E.T., you want to hear another song?
I would love to.
Well,
and I will turn my guitar on for this one.
I don't know. What is Logan? We good? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go for it. Thanks, David.
Like, please, for the love of God. All right. That last song, although it was an a cappella version, it is called Friends Forever. This one is called Rules and Regulations. Both are off my latest EP titled Rules and Regulations. Firstborn, you can do whatever you like. You're the first grandson, you can be whoever you like. Yeah, freedom rang as soon as I opened my eyes. But now I'm shackled and chained, serving 18 to life. I think I just might hit the road. I got way too much heart, mama. I got too much soul. They said you're getting pretty good, kid. We think you could earn gold. If you just follow these steps, then maybe we'll give you a show. Celebrations. Turns out I won't be able to make it. Rules and regulations. Rules and regulations plague me. Rock and roll's been dead for ages. Turns out I'll never escape it. Thank you.
Just cut the feed. I can't ask any questions that are going to top that song. I can't drink any more drinks that are going to top that song.
You scared the hell out of me just now when you were like, just cut the feed. I was like, did the guitar mess up again? Was that too loud?
You know what? I felt the guitar was a little distracting, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
It sounded so
fair
good.
enough.
All
No, Chris
jokes
didn't want to
aside.
follow that. Chris is like, you were the opening act for Chris. He's like, yeah, I'm not going on.
Nope.
That's it.
Yep.
I'm not
Going
going.
on.
I got COVID or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
My
Yeah,
band
they're
just
too
left.
sweet.
this is a heck of a way to end season 3. I'll say that. Shout out. We didn't hit her up, and I missed the comment earlier. Hey, Jude, because Philly's in the house. ET's mom tuned in, our loyal
nice.
listener from Philly. And don't worry, it was my mom's birthday this week. She's tuned in from Southeast Missouri as well.
Oh, nice.
So,
Happy belated. Happy belated.
yeah, 2
Oh, and
number
happy
1
birthday,
fans.
ET.
See?
Look at don't.
Is
it tomorrow?
Don't.
No, it's in a couple. No, it's in a couple weeks.
You rock
couple
stars
weeks.
you rock stars look out for each other.
I'm like the guy who has like the equipment, so you have to come play. I can't do anything, but you can't play without my equipment.
ET has the PA, so I guess he's got to come along.
Yeah, I'm in
That's
the band. I'm
how
in.
it works. He brings the whiskey.
No, man, that was awesome. The
Thanks.
really, so there's been a couple on the feed. Give the guitar to you.
I love that. I saw that just now. I was like, I don't know. I mean, we joke about us winning it. We've never had a guest win the prize, but
What
ET.
have you? Is there a Grammy performance you remember that you loved?
Oh, the one that came to mind. Granted, there are plenty that if I dug through the memory banks, I could think of. But there was one year where it was just like the biggest spectacle ever. Like Miley Cyrus was on stage with some guy, I guess, who was like a pop guy. I forget his name, but it was just like lights and streamers, which I get it. But it was like every single act was so over the top.
Yeah.
Trying way too hard. And I get it. It's Grammys. It's exciting. It's a big stadium. It's Los Angeles. Everyone's having a good time. I'm not anti-pop music or anything, but it was so striking because in the middle of this year, Adele gets up there and sings a song with just her and her pianist. And it was like, oh, yeah, music. That's why we're here.
Right.
We're here for music. And I love entertainment. I'm a massive fan of spectacle. I think it's really cool. But it was just a slap in the face of like, oh, yeah, songs. Tight. Yeah, I like songs. And she just slayed it. And there was nothing. There was one spotlight on her. There was one spotlight on her pianist. And it was just the two of them. She was wearing a very simple gown. He was in a suit. And it just chills all over my body, and the whole world just shut up for 4.5 minutes. And it was just the coolest thing ever.
Well, we have a leader in the clubhouse for most thoughtful answer. Jeez, David, that's great. That's a perfect answer. Somebody wants a Jack Daniels guitar, ET.
Give it to me.
Let's look at a few of these other
Yeah, I'm
submissions.
curious what other people said.
So on YouTube, we got a few people chiming in. Obviously, the great idea to give David the guitar. Let's see. ET, I'm looking for. Here we go. Avett Brothers.
Prince and Beyonce.
Okay. Avett Brothers, Mumford & Sons, Bob Dylan. So good. Yeah, Prince and Beyonce, Purple Rain. A bunch of people fangirling.
Oh, Prince and
for you.
Beyonce did Purple Rain together?
Yeah,
I must have
Oh,
missed it.
wow.
yeah. I
That
don't
sounds
remember
like fun.
Wow, I never saw them.
Paul says best Grammy performance, The White Stripes, 2004. I like that.
That was cool.
Here's a cool one, and I'll back this up. Jay Wilson, I'm sure you've seen him live too, David. Favorite Grammy performance was Brandi Carlile in 2019 doing The Joke. Powerful message for young people. The way she hit those notes almost matched by her performance of Right on Time this year. If you see her live, if you see her and the Twins do like a giant theater show like they did the Fox Theater here, and I was up pretty close for that, and they cut, I'm sure it's a trick they do at all the old theaters, but they cut all the sound and they just sing with no mics to the room.
Yeah, for sure.
Woo,
Yeah.
buddy. Chills down
Oh,
your
yeah.
spine. It's wild.
that'll get you.
It's
Yeah, that's a
very
good time.
good. So that's a good one. So we got some good ones. I like that. Brad likes your song Rules and Regulations. Quincy says when Aretha stepped in for Pavarotti and sang, I'm going to say it wrong, Nessun Dorma, one of the best. That's a thoughtful answer as well, Quincy. Thank you. That's great.
Oh, Selena gave you a message, Chris. She said you have a beautiful voice.
Chris Denman.
Yeah, Chris, you got
I mean,
a
she
wonderful
said you have a
wonderful
beautiful voice. I'm assuming she's talking about you.
Selena is a super fan. She's going on 3 seasons of excellent fandom. So Selena, shout out to you.
I
Big
mean,
thanks to that. That sounds like my favorite.
It could have been
submission so
someone
far.
else, but I'm assuming it was you.
Right. What was I going to say? I can't think of it. I'm with David. Like, I can't think of some chilling moment. Like, I don't always watch the Grammys, so I was just going to cheat and say, like, War and Treaty, they were on here, and they did the pre-show a couple of years ago. So they're Drinks the Band alumni, so that's my favorite so far. Right?
That's a great group right there. They slay.
They do. And you talk about coming from the church, David. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that's just normal that was normal for whatever church they were singing at? Like, are you kidding
that
me?
was not the place I was raised. That's for sure. Yeah.
Right. E.T., you going to stick around? We got another song to get to. We'll give the prize away. You got time?
Yeah, let's do this.
We've got one more song. David, I joked about you doing a whole, 3-hour set, but where can people see the extended set? I saw you posting something about hitting the road with some other super talented artists. Where can people see you coming up as shows open back up and your tour schedule is hopefully very full?
Yeah, it is stacking up, and it makes me so happy. In 2 weeks, I head overseas to Europe for a tour that's been postponed for a couple years. So it'd be nice to hit those countries and those cities again, because it's been a minute. And but that'll be till like end of May, and then June it'll be stateside again. That whole month of June, I'll be through the Midwest and the South with Paul Cawthon and Leah Blevins and my friend Sharon Silva.
Beautiful.
And so we'll all, like, depending on the night, it'll be with either one of those 3 friends of mine.
I love it.
But
They're
yeah,
all
all the dates
super
posted
talented
on the website and everything. Yeah, I'm stoked. I can't wait. I mean, being on tour is one thing, but being able to do it with some of your closest, then it just makes it better.
I see, like, the people we're fortunate enough to be around, and then I do a couple other shows with some comics. One is opening for Babyface and Kem on a world tour right now. The travel schedule, whether it's planes city to city every night, or you all taking buses or vans or whatever, like, I'll just salute in our season 3 finale, E.T. and to hard workers like E.T. and Carlos out there hitting the gritty road. Cheers to the road, man. That's such a.
Cheers, gang.
I know it's people know it's tough, but as I'm 37 now, and I'm like, I don't know if that would I just be doing yoga and drinking water every day? Like, how do you get through it, man?
How do we get through it? I mean, I don't know. For me, it's the 90 minutes on stage that
Fuels the fire.
It fuels the fire. I
Yeah.
mean, if I wasn't, a road trip to me sounds horrible if there's no end of the night situation.
Right.
Because road trips, I did plenty of those, in college and my early 20s, and it's great to go out and see the country. But I like working, and when the work's good, I hate to sound as cliche as that is, but. And maybe if you had asked me that question 4 years ago, to be like, nothing about tour is tight. It all sucks, But now that it's been stripped away from all of us for so long, I'm just like the most giddy kid ever, and so I'm just looking forward to every night. It's been pretty tight.
That's so. I'm gonna be in Austin this summer, man. So hopefully you're in town when I'm there.
Oh, come through, man! Holler at me.
We got it.
I will.
Even if I'm not playing a gig, man, I'll take you around some of my favorite haunts, and we'll kick it.
Very cool.
I want to get a picture of all of y'all right here so I can post about y'all. Everyone smile. All right, there it is.
Did you smile or do the tough guy, E.T.? I couldn't see.
I did the halfway.
Okay,
halfway.
the tough smile, as it's known.
Tough smile.
The happy tough.
So we're gonna make David play one more. We're gonna ask politely to have David play one more song, and then if you don't mind, David, come back, help us pick the winner for that guitar, and maybe it's gonna be you. I don't know.
Oh, it should definitely not be me. Not at all. Not at all.
All right, David, take it away, brother.
All right, I will end on something a little more light-hearted. This is called Good Heart. And this is just about telling people who you meet at a bar after a show, you don't know me. I got money problems, which lead to drinking problems. Those turn to sleeping all day problems, which make me want to do it all over again. They say that I should talk to someone. Well, I think someone should talk to me. I got $0.25 for the jukebox, $1 for a beer, and someone should buy the whiskey. Don't say I got a good heart while everything is falling apart. Oh, baby, just admit it, you fell in love with a lost art. Yeah, honey, I'm a ghost town. I'm pretty charming till you come around. Well, once upon a time, people like mine used to shine, shine, shine. But I know my part, so don't even start about my good heart. My mother told me don't ever trust a woman. And by golly, was she ever right? I bought you a shot of Jameson. Sorry, Jack Daniels. And now you're acting like you're my wife, claiming you know all about me. You're claiming that we're both so much alike. Well, honey, let's be real. All that you feel is the heat from the spotlight. Don't say I got a good heart while everything is falling apart. Oh, baby, just admit it, you fell in love with a lost art. Yeah, honey, I'm a ghost town. I'm pretty charming till you come around. Well, once upon a time, people like mine used to shine, shine, shine. But I know my part, so don't even start about my good heart. Oh, don't you look so cute when you don't have a leg to stand on? There's nothing you can do to right all my wrongs. So don't say I got a good heart. Clearly everything is falling apart. Oh, baby, just admit it. You fell in love with a lost art. Yeah, honey, I'm a ghost town. I'm pretty charming till you come around. Well, once upon a time, people like mine used to shine, shine, shine. Yeah, I used to shine, shine, shine. Yeah, I used to shine, shine, shine. But I know my part, so don't you dare start about my good, good heart. Thanks.
With the Jack Daniels remix, David Ramirez.
I'm singing and I'm like, oh, that's not right. Okay. We're going to
E.T.
get
I was
in
just about to
trouble.
return my Ramirez albums I have in the shopping cart.
Send those back to Ireland. E.T. That was the anti-Andy Frasco, if you remember
Yes.
season 1. Frasco not as smooth on the transition.
What's the story there?
It was funny, and it was Andy Frasco being Andy Frasco. You know his thing, what he does, and no one. E.T. I like this. Let's pull back the curtain. Not once ever in the history of the show has Jack Daniels, E.T., me, anyone ever been like, don't do this on the show. It's you come on, you hang out, we have a good time. And
Totally.
then for some reason, E.T. pieces out. This is first of the pandemic, so maybe it was kind of like figuring things
I think it
out.
was season 1.
It was season 1, and he goes, and he just all of a sudden E.T.'s gone. He goes, ugh, finally, can I stop pretending like this isn't Jack? This is Jack Daniels. And he like does that. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Hey, man, nobody told you had to pretend anything. Like it was quite a moment. And ET definitely was like, what was that? Like,
That's hilarious.
Oh man, yeah, good times all around.
Well,
So
it's appropriate, I think, on the season finale to pull back the curtain a touch.
that's right. Got to let them
Yeah,
know.
that works.
I'm
That
thinking
works.
too, with this warm welcome David's providing. I know some other people down there. Maybe that's one of the destination spots. ET, we can get down there, shoot some film, get another interview with David, have him show us around a little bit, and we could have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We could have plenty of fun. That'd be great.
I'm
I
into
heard they have
it.
good food down there.
You heard correctly. Yeah.
Good music, good food, good booze.
I
Yeah.
go for the corporate tech, but that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
there's
you guys.
Tesla
Chris
here. It's
Denman.
crazy. Facebook. Yeah.
No matter
it's
what
great.
city
You know,
Chris is in, he wants to see how the Chipotle is.
The Chipotle. Is it different here? Is it? That's what we look for.
Chris is the
That's
guy
how-
that goes
that's
to
how
New
you know
York
you're
and
still
orders
in America.
Domino's.
That's right. What was that, ET?
Oh, you're the guy that goes to New York and gets Domino's.
Oh, Sparrow.
Oh, you're,
Yeah, my
Yeah,
favorite
you're
New York
like Michael
slice.
Scott,
Michael
Sabara.
Scott. Yes, one of the best
Yeah,
jokes
yeah.
on the whole series.
which
love
I
it.
got to say before I came on here and I was watching you guys all chat and catch up. I really appreciated that thing you do reference.
Is it because we're the same around the same age? Like we're the same age. Like were we the perfect age for that just sweet film or what?
I don't know. The movie's just incredible. That's easily in top 10 for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think about that and just smile every time I think about it. E.T., did you enjoy it?
I did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
It is too, and you almost forget
Anyway.
that Tom Hanks is like in it.
Well, he wrote the goddamn, I think.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve
directed
Zahn. Oh man.
Yeah.
I
Tom
wish I
Edward
could do a
Scott.
good Steve Zahn. You have a
Sorry,
Steve
what was
Zahn
the
impression? Anybody have a Steve Zahn impression?
I thought you'd get ready for one. You like turn
No,
your head. I thought you're gonna come
I'm
back.
trying
with,
to.
like,
I'm trying to
no, I'm-
access it. I can't really remember. I'm just picturing Saving Silverman. We'll do that season 4. Steve Zahn impressions.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. We've got a guitar to give away, and if you haven't yet, be sure to go follow ET at SuperHype1 on Instagram and at David Ramirez. Keep up with all those tour dates. Oh, and I wanted to pre-thank you. Speaking of birthdays, David had the foresight of booking Old Rock House. He's going to be here with Paul Cawthon. I always say it wrong. Cawthon. He's going to be in St. Louis on June 12th, which is my birthday. So shout out to David and Paul. Thank you ahead of time.
What a
Well,
birthday
come
present.
on, dude. Let's
Yeah.
party.
Only turned 38 once, bro.
That's great.
Let's do it right. E.T., do you have a front runner?
I mean, there were some good ones. Prince and Beyonce is tough to beat. I mean, the Adele story also was pretty special.
Yes.
We have previous winner Ken Kelman with the Peter Gabriel 1993.
Ooh. That would be one of those. There's a Twitter account that's it's like old SNL hosts introducing bands. Like I'm sure that's out there for the Grammys. Like I bet there's some killer performances that we're not even thinking of that would be
Right.
so classic now, right? While you're thinking about that, a quick message and shout out to Shane for telling me on that tour date as well. Rock Paper Podcast, Shane. Christy Lynn, David. This sounds cheesy maybe, but I've seen you play a dozen times, and dude, I can say enough how great it is to listen to someone. I can't say enough how great it is to listen to someone who just loves playing.
Oh, thank you. Christy was the name?
Christy Lynn Henderson.
Thank you, Christy Lynn Henderson. That means the world to me.
That's a very solid compliment. Couple others. I'm trying to see if we have any other Grammy submissions. I'm sure there's a few. Everybody's excited to see David out on the road too. They want to see in Michigan, California, all over the place. I don't know. David, do you have a favorite?
I don't know. I never saw it like I mentioned. I'd never seen it
Monica?
before, but I am definitely going to YouTube it as soon as we get off. But that Beyonce Prince thing sounds extremely
There's
crazy
a
to
vote.
me.
Okay.
I will say that the White Stripes, they did, I think, Ball and Biscuit. I think Jack White stood up on like some box, and then Meg was behind him on the drums, Smoke Machine, and they ripped it Like that was the first. Like I always knew he was a great guitar player, but that was the first time. Like holy shit, he's great.
Oh, cool.
So that was a good one. If that, I'm assuming that was the year. I don't remember who said it, but it was referring to. So those would be my top two. If we're taking David out of it, I say this: look, if you really want David to have a guitar, win and send it to him. You know, you can just
Show
win
up.
and send it to
Show
him.
up to a live show and hand it to him and say,
Oh,
"Thank
okay,
you."
fair enough. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are probably my top two: White Stripes and the Prince Beyonce. Although having not seen Prince Beyonce, I'm just going on pure speculation that was probably pretty awesome. And then you're gonna Google it later, David. Like, wait, that never happened.
How funny would that be if they were just mentioning cool bands that they liked?
Yeah, we confused it and made this magical Prince Beyonce thing that never happened.
Oh my! Monica Cooper has Michael Jackson "Man in the Mirror." That's a good one.
Oh, hi, Monica.
I have to
That's
bow
a
out
friend.
on that one. I have to remove that from the running.
That's not funny, but I'm laughing at you. All right, so we got to go with Prince and Beyonce. I think it's. Okay, I'm googling right now. Let's just make sure that this actually. Oh, Logan, we got a thumbs up.
Yeah, you should have
if it's
producers
real, they
over
win.
there doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Logan. He said I've been did it. So we've got that. So that is real. So I don't even remember who put that. We got to find that out. If you just Instagram DM me at InstaDenman and let me know that was you, take a screenshot, prove it was you, and we'll make that happen. And you have won the prize. Let me find out. Do you see who did that? E.T.
No.
Prince and Beyonce, the original one. I guarantee you they're going to let me know. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then we'll give away the David Ramirez T-shirt as well. Again, you can go to @David Ramirez on Instagram, see all his tour dates. If you're here in St. Louis, I'll see you June 12th. That's my birthday. They'll be at Old Rock House. It's a heck of a place, too. It's a fun place to watch. We will check in on that. So we got that. Into season 3, we're giving away the guitar. E.T., tasting notes all over the place. You're in Boston when?
Boston is April 18th and 19th.
And then any other cities at the current moment?
Doing Vegas the 26th, 27th of April. And then, is that true? Or is that May?
Yeah. I'm sure you'll post about it. Follow ET at SuperHype1 on Instagram. And then we're still working on this, but Music at the Intersection with Gary Clark Jr., Erykah Badu here in St. Louis. Working on something with ET and I for that. So maybe some live drinks with the band in September. And Open Highway Music Festival here in St. Louis. Might have something to do with ET there as well. And then if you're new to the show, I'm on a couple other shows. Two Funny Mamas. We've won an NAACP Image Award. I don't know if you heard ET, but that's a hell of a show.
Heard, I do the show with you every week.
I just I don't talk about it much, but whatever. But check that out. We have a lot of fun and we get to do a lot of cool things. David Ramirez. What else? You gave us the tour dates. People are in Austin. I'm sure you're playing all over the place. And I mean, what do you want from people?
What is your website so
people
people can go find your tour, your full tour?
DavidRamirezmusic.com.
Perfect.
Super sweet and simple.
.com.
Yeah.
Got it. Perfect.
Yeah, not .net.
I don't know. Congratulations to the two of you for 3 sounds like successful seasons. Especially when y'all started, it sounded like it was the beginning of the old shutdown. So
our
congrats
first
for staying strong.
Austin coming through strong, by the way. Our first ever official guest was Erica Winterstrom from Heartless Bastards.
She's the best. She's the best.
Out on tour with Flaming Lips right now. They're opening up for them.
I can't believe it. I'm like following along on her online. I'm like, that is the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
It's so cool. I'm trying to think. This season we had Jackie Vinson. We had you. We've had Hayes Carl. Is he based in Austin or is he in Nashville?
Yeah.
We had Hayes. So Austin's coming in strong.
Marcus King we had.
He's
yeah.
He's played Austin. Right?
There's a ton of us down here, and thanks for showing the love. Thanks for having me.
You know who
on.
we didn't have that's been to Austin and hung out there a bunch was Robert Plant. That's gonna be season 4.
Robert Plant once had a burrito at Chipotle in Austin. You know that?
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they made that Chipotle a historical monument, so
it's true.
You can no longer eat there.
Although he did
and they
say
will
that
never tear it
Chipotle in
down.
Detroit was better.
Of course he did.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic plant move. No, for everybody tuning in, please support David, support all the great artists we had on this season. We had so much fun. Looking forward to the new iteration. Shout out to Logan, Key, all the engineering staff here at Midcoast Media. E.T., my friend, Jack Daniels coming through, Dirty Sue, everybody support this, and we hope to be back soon with season 4, a little bit reimagined, getting out on the road. David, thank you so much, man. What a treat.
Yeah, thank you for closing it out strong, man. That was great.
Thanks a lot,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
I appreciate you. Congratulations. I hope to see y'all soon.
Absolutely.
Sounds
Cheers,
good.
everybody. Thank you so much.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
Take care.